Hello, guys and ladies. Peter here again with his manifestation video. And today we will be speaking about something about which I'm totally excited about, and that's the ego, our character, which influences how good, how fast, and actually what we are manifesting into our realities. So first off, everybody of us we have the ego or an ego, and ego is actually our thinking mind. Yeah, I know that there are a lot of people out there who would have different opinions about ego. Yeah, but it is actually, our thoughts about which we think the most, on which we focus, and with what we identify with. But for the best manifestation capabilities, for the best manifestation abilities, we gotta be disidentifying ourselves with our egos. I will explain. This can be a little bit advanced video, but don't think, on the other hand, about it as about something advanced, because when people start to think about things that they are advanced or whatnot, they simply start to feel that this is something, hard to be achieved, that this is something difficult. And it is vice versa. Manifestation isn't difficult. It is the most powerful stuff out there and the most easiest stuff out there as well, because it happens 24/7. It doesn't matter if you believe in the power of the manifestation. It doesn't matter if you manifest on a subconscious level. I mean, you always manifest on a subconscious level, but on the unconscious level or on the conscious level. So let's explain here right now what the role your ego plays in the manifestation world, and we will get to that also on how to manifest really in the best possible way, how to get. And now I know that I could be, pardon language, but I could be pissing off many religious people and so on and so forth, but it's totally possible to get to the Jesus level, to get to the Buddha level, to get to the level of enlightenment, from which you simply manifest in the best way possible. Yeah. There are a lot of people out there who probably wouldn't agree with me on what enlightenment is, yeah, because there are some guys and gurus out there who say that enlightenment is something beyond, that enlightenment is something, out of our reach, that enlightenment is something, you know, very difficult, very sophisticated, very complicated, and that you are not able to understand that. That's not the case. That's totally not the case. At the same time, I'm not some guru. I'm just some guy who likes Muay Thai, who likes to be developing his mind, his body, his life in general. I am just a guy who wants to live the best life possible, as you all want to live the best life possible. And here I am to explain on how to really live the best life possible in this perspective from the ego. So let's speak here about three levels of ego from my perspective. And these three levels of ego are negative ego, positive ego, and no ego, zero ego. And that's where we want to get, and that's what we want to train. Yeah. So let's start from the negative ego. Everybody of us, we were in our negative egos when there is hard to be tracking our thoughts. Negative ego is simply, uh, there is one clear thing, that everything is unclear. Which means that there is no clarity of the mind, and this ego is in its negative vibe. Let's say you would have many thoughts about that you would like to, I don't know, for example, I will not ever find a girlfriend. This is your thought at this level of ego. I will never have enough money. I am still stuck in this job. I am ugly. Yeah, I am not worthy of that. Yeah, I am simply a people pleaser. I want to make other people happy, but I am not happy myself. I am this, I am that, I am stuck with my husband. If you are simply a wife, who is stuck with her husband, I'm obliged to somebody. This is something, if you feel that you are obliged to somebody, if you are obliged to do something in your life and you don't feel good during the process, that's the negative ego. If you uh, and that's actually, this is just a theory, but it has actually an impact on your health and on your life. You are tired, you are not satisfied with your life, and so on and so forth, and you're depressed, you're anxious, and only one reason for that is your ego. There is that it's not your husband, it's not your work, it's not your any outside circumstance, it's just your thoughts, which are simply doing this. I simply gotta stress this out. I was going through this, when I simply had these thoughts about various things, and for example, meditation saved me a lot, from this, because by meditating, you got a more overview about what you are thinking. You are better able to be tracking your thoughts and simply turning them around. And with these thoughts, you can start shifting your life around with the new mindsets, which means that the mind is the most important thing. That mind is only one thing which really exists. That mind is only one thing which has an impact on your manifestations and simply on your life in general. So let's go a little bit further. Right now, you know what is negative ego. Right now, you know what to be wary about. And hey, don't be beating yourself up. And don't be telling to yourself, oh shit, I'm thinking in a negative way and I shouldn't be. No, please, don't be doing that in that manner. Because if there is a resistance to uh, the negative ego, you will be giving to that negative ego energy, and it will grow, and it will grow stronger. Yeah, so please don't do this. Rather, if you are in a negative state, in the negative ego, observe that. Simply observe these thoughts, get to the observation mode, and play with these thoughts. And here, potentially, you can go onto the next level, and that's a positive ego. When you will start simply be when you start to be shifting your thoughts around, which means that you will tell to yourself, okay, so I have this job, for example, but I deserve a promotion. Yeah, right now. That's a positive thought. I can feel, I'm actually putting myself into these situations in my imagination, and I'm going through this, and I'm shifting in my consciousness. So this is also a training for me. Yeah. So you will tell to yourself that you deserve a promotion. That's when you get promoted, because everybody is you pushed out. So there will definitely happen something which will get you promoted. There was this example about a wife who is simply, let's say, a victim to her husband, so she says to herself, okay, it's like this right now, but my husband will get better. He will be a better person. And if you are satisfied within yourself, if you close this thought with that, then you simply get onto that level where your husband, as a part of your consciousness, must bend to your new reality. Yeah, to this. Now, you might be thinking, okay, if it's in that way, I could actually control him, and doing, whatever he want, whatever, you know, I would like him to do. Uh, I mean, you can, but then danger is that you could go back into the negative ego. I don't have some sort of license that I understand to everything, that I am, uh, you know, if this is possible, if this wouldn't be possible, I think that it would. You can definitely manipulate others, but for me personally, if you get, higher in the levels of consciousness, if you get, for example, to the positive ego, there is no need for you to manipulate anything. Negative ego wants to manipulate. Negative ego says these simply wrong thoughts, and these negative thoughts, they say that it must be in this way, that it must be in that way. That's why there are out there, for example, religious leaders and cults and so on and so forth, coming out from the negative ego, telling to themselves that we must get that, we must get this, but the reality is that you have everything right now, that you move on the infinite scale of reality, that there are infinite versions of yourself. So you have everything right now. Let it be money, let it be relationships, let it be this and that. That's what should be bringing to you the peace of mind. Yeah. So you don't need to actually manipulate anything. That's the truth about raising your vibe and actually leveling up your consciousness. um, Thinking about the next examples from the area of positive ego. uh, when you feel simply stuck, when you feel simply, I cannot allow this, I don't have enough money, and so on and so forth, let's simply tell to yourself, okay, so how me being negative will help the situation. Just simply this thought, okay, I don't have enough money, so, should I be worried about that? Should I be in my negative ego, or should I go into being more positive and, for example, to find something in this reality which makes me feel good? Then you can go into the positive ego and you can be thinking positive thoughts. Yeah, it's always better than to be stuck in the negative ego. And now, if you saw the Law of Attraction documentary, one of the good ones, I'm rather more into the law of assumption than into the law of attraction, but law of attraction also works. So you can tell to yourself, uh, I am, I will be simply positive. I will be simply thinking positive thoughts, assuming the state that you can be simply positive despite the occurrences, despite the circumstances, and that's when reality must bend to you. That's when you will start turning tides. I don't know, you can find the money, somebody can give you money. This actually happened to me. Yeah, when you feel stuck in your situation, and when you simply unstuck yourself by going from negative ego to positive ego. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting to the highest stage of ego on my scale. Yeah, this is my scale, because about ego, you can have different opinions out there about ego, about how ego works, but I'm doing my best right now to describe this in the most approachable and most, let's say, even logical way to you, and even in the most practical way, on how to simply navigate your life and how to really manifest into your reality very fast by changing your thoughts. And when we get to the no ego, we are actually getting to who you really are. And who you really are is that peaceful existence. There are no thoughts. There is only present moment. So if you learn to be controlling your thoughts and to be simply closing them, and if you train yourself to be really, really in the present moment, then you figure out that whatever happens around you, whatever could be happening around you, is not actually impacting you in another way. You are simply stoic. You are simply in the present moment. You are simply who you are supposed to be in this world. You are infinite energy. infinite energy of peacefulness, infinite energy of present moment. In the present moment, you are your most authentic self. Uh, One Shaolin master told me that if you have many thoughts, yet it be, negative ego or even positive ego, which is good. I don't consider myself to be, I don't know, some, you know, I mean, I have also my moments where I am in my negative ego or in my positive ego. It's not that you can go into the no ego or to the zero ego. Um I mean, you can go there, but we all have can have these lapses in our thoughts during our day. After all, we have 60,000 to 70,000 thoughts every single day. I am trying actually to combat this idea with that because I know that every one of us can actually go to the zero state, to the place where are no thoughts, and with that we will get immediate um, satisfaction, we will get immediate peace, and nobody can give this to you. I cannot give it to you. Your girlfriend cannot give it to you. Your boyfriend cannot give it to you, even though they can give you nice feelings, feelings of love, feelings of compassion, feelings of belongingness to somebody. It's nice, I experienced that, but they cannot give you what you can give to yourself right now, and you can give yourself the greatest gift. And this greatest gift is no ego, present moment, being here right now, your own authenticity, your own security, your own assurance, your own belief in your own manifestation powers. If you get to the no ego level, then you will manifest things into your life very fast. You will attract to yourself possibilities. It's important to note that in the present moment, without ego, there is also no fear. You are not afraid because fear is just a survival construct. Fear is just a construct of your mind. Now, I am speaking here about fear. This like long lasting fear when you are afraid that you will lose money, when you are afraid about clients, that you will lose clients, when you are afraid if something simply goes wrong, you're afraid and you're afraid and in a state of worry for a long period of time. About that I'm speaking. But this doesn't exist in the state of enlightenment. This doesn't exist in the state where there is no ego. And uh, this as I said, it's simply construct of your own mind. Yeah, when I don't know, just a funny idea. If you would see Tyrannosaurus Rex outside, okay, firstly we would be amazed. Yeah, okay, here is a T-Rex. He shouldn't be living. He should be out of this earth for 80 million years. So, firstly, you wouldn't believe your senses, but then you would figure out that it's real. So you would get the shot of adrenaline. You would like to find the nearest jeep, and with this nearest jeep, you would like to haul your ass out there, like it was in a Jurassic Park one. But this is actually an interesting situation. If such a thing would happen, and this will not happen, I'm a master of bad examples. I am really the master of bad examples. So if such a thing would happen, uh, then being in the negative ego during that situation would kill you. Being in the positive ego, it's not possible to be in the positive ego. But you would get a shot of adrenaline, noradrenaline, I don't know, from the biology, whatever, these hormones, that would be just a natural reaction. But being in the present moment during such a critical situation would save your ass, believe me or not. Yeah, because you would be much more focused around in the moment. You would be much quicker decision maker, you know, and you would get out of there, which means, in conclusion, that being in the no ego mind is the best for your survival. It's actually transcending the survival itself when you are starting to be telling to yourself, oh, okay, so I can manifest anything, I can be simply picking, yeah. And there is certain ease in the present moment about manifestation process. There is a real ease. You manifest, you know, simply it's a natural thing. It's a natural thing. You can manifest a personal island for yourself, and it is the same thing as if you would be making a cup of coffee for yourself or a tea if you like that. Yeah, you would be simply, you know, I would almost say in that childlike state. Yeah, when it's simply natural for you to be getting your stuff. Yeah, you have your parents, and you want some toy, so you gotta cry over that toy a little bit in the toy shop, and eventually you will get that. Yeah, if you are a child in the ego state. Never mind. No, no, no. Children are simply children, and it, it it was very natural for us when we were children to be actually in that enlightened state. Yeah, we were actually born from this. Yeah. Then there was a process of indoctrination into the society, and we were simply confused about it. Why do we have to do this? Why do we have to do that? Then we were bored in school, and so on and so forth. Actually, not understanding, what's happening. It was the process of indoctrination. And important thing to say, it was indoctrination caused by the ego. And whatever is caused by the ego, by thinking mind, then there can be simply problems. Yeah. Or simply it's not holistic. We are not getting ourselves to the full potential because this society actually isn't leading us to our full potential, which is simply manifestation. Nobody was teaching about manifestation in school. Nobody was teaching about what is the highest potential, what one can achieve. Yeah. But I got maybe a little bit sidetracked with some other things. Nevertheless, these other things are also important for you having a little bit, overview about what the ego is and how to get to the no ego. So, everybody of you, you are asking how to get to the non-egoic state of mind. If you are, you gotta listen. Listen. You gotta know that these levels aren't actually something like in a video game. You are not leveling here for you to be getting to the no ego state and to simply stay in the non-egoic state, because you can be in the non-egoic state, you know and then you can simply start thinking, and you can be either going to positive ego or negative ego. But you already know that you are in the non-egoic state, in the pure mind, at the zero state, from where you manifest the best. Yeah. It's like to be going to the gym or like to Muay Thai training. If you are on your first training, you don't know what to do. Your kicks aren't that good as on your 20th training. Yeah. So if you were in the no ego state of mind before, you know what is the best for you. I tell you, yeah, if you were in that state, you know what is the best for you. And you know that the best thing in this world which you can do is for you to be going into the peaceful state of mind, whatever is happening, to the state of mind with no ego, with no thoughts. And please go there. Please go there. I mean, I am not God of your reality. You are God of your reality. But if you do this, I'm telling you, if you do this, then you can influence the lives of other people in the best possible way. And these other people will start to be influencing the lives of other people in the best possible way. And as I was speaking in my previous video, if we do this, then we can change the whole world for the best. And as you might have noticed, this world is not at its best, speaking from the secondary order reality, because first order reality are my manifestations as well as yours. This is always kind of the chief of everything, your manifestations. But let's say that it's simply not the best right now from the secondary order reality. Why is it not the best? Because a lot of ego. Because there is a lot of ego. And mainly a lot of negative ego. If you take a look into your world, maybe you are a driver, yeah, and maybe you are, I don't know, screaming sometimes on some other driver, or you are telling to the driver, "Oh shit, what a jackass! He shouldn't have even driving license." That's a negative ego. You wouldn't ever do this stuff if you are in a no ego. Yet maybe this stuff wouldn't even happen to you if you are no ego. You would simply hit the road. You would simply go with the pure mind. And even if that would happen, you would simply tell to yourself, "Oh man, yeah, he's kind of funny." You would take it as a fun, right now, because you would be blissed out. You would be blissed out simply in the present moment. So, having no ego, it's like a bedrock for manifestation. So, how to get there? By meditation, you can simply start observing your thoughts. If you start to be observing your thoughts and you will start to be closing them, for example, what thought I have right now. I'm mostly like without a thought, but I should create some thought right now. What do I want to have for dinner? Okay, so right now I know that I have, some soup in the fridge, and I know that I definitely want to have that because it's delicious. Okay, tell inside of your mind, I want to have that, and then go to the peaceful state of mind. Go to the best which is inside of you. And subconsciously, you know that this is the best stuff for you. Okay, this is a special long video. So I will wrap things up here. So take care. I can be here with the next recording, as I told. Maybe I told it. Maybe I didn't. There will be coming more recordings and more videos these days. Yeah, so stay tuned. Hit the like and subscribe button for this to be seen by more people, because as I told, it's important for us to awaken. It's important for us to awaken to our true possibilities, abilities, which were simply hidden from us, which were simply hidden under the thoughts, under under the ego. And if we are able to get rid of our egos, we can improve the world to the best. We have the power. Yeah, we have actually the most power. So be mindful of that. Peace, Dragon. Peter out right now.